has done good for our parents and for us.
Yes. By bringing the free education in Sierra Leone.
Come for watch, madam. For Kasi, madam. I got the pass mark where they are. I got the pass mark. Because they do better work in this country, yeah.
The message the way president come for share with the people, they already know the hundreds, if not thousands of things the way the president don't do. The free quality education, the healthcare system. So they see speaker after speaker whether they appreciate the president for what he don't do. So it just shows say what will they do for these people, for this country, the people they appreciate her and they already know about her.
I praised you yesterday for the youth farm we implement in this country. We don't go out and far, and of course we did the harvest now. It's over 50 acres of rice, just like I said yesterday. We don't dry now in hand under your leadership.
Million promises have been made where the campaign have been just saying we get from a free quality education in this country. Not so? That in a history now. Because we don't start and we don't go far. And as I speak to now, we pay for over 2.5 million picking them all around this country. We pay school fees for them. We buy textbook for them. We buy teaching and learning materials for them. So inside there, including Kenimaya, we provide food in some schools them. And we don't recruit more teachers than we need to make una get good education. The benefit we don't see from education, from first day now, and the benefit we dey, and that benefit dey na everyone, every one of una will vote for me. Make una enjoy that benefit dey. The benefit is big, and this one are the talking for both the parents then, and we picking them when they go to school. School picking them there.
Family, me na gentle Patrick Mada Koroma, and today I come to Una because we as Sierra Leoneans we have a very important issue that as a nation we are not happy about. We are talking directly today to the European Union, the European Union mission in Sierra Leone, and the way they are acting up against their mandate. The European Union is supposed to act completely independent. European Union is supposed to act completely objective, but the manner in which the European Union is conducting itself in Sierra Leone, it's not at all good. And then we as Sierra Leoneans are not happy with whatever press release or whatever report the EU has put out there. We have seen that one, and it is deemed to blackmailing the government of Sierra Leone. So which is why as Sierra Leoneans, we are not happy about it, and we have to make everybody know. We have to let everybody understand. We have to let the European Union understand that whatever they are playing with, it is not okay. Because European Union has employed a huge amount of active politicians who are there in that system, manipulating their system and trying to blackmail the government of Sierra Leone and trying to disrespect the Sierra Leoneans and trying to blackmail the institutions that are governing our Sierra Leonean government, and which is not right. We are not happy about it, and we are going to stand against it, and which is why we are here today to talk to Sierra Leoneans so that we all join hands to making sure that European Union should not go scot-free. What they are doing, we have to expose the staff in European Union, let them come back and retract that they are politically biased press release that they have put out. So today, my brothers, are they inside the podium with two of my other commentators. Winner one, we go can't tell Una how do. Mr. Dima, I want let you greet Sierra Leoneans them and tell them how do and tell them the purpose where we they na here for.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, una kushe una kabo. This na una brother Dima the Great.
Talk loud, sir.
I'm here tonight with my colleagues to discuss key issues that we know is very relevant to our country. We are seeing certain things that is going on right now, which of course we are 100% aware of that is being played by political motivated. But however, tonight we are here, we are going to break everything down into particles for the layman to understand that we have political hoodlums, political blackmailers, those that don't really care about that country, those that have served that country before, those that don't really know what they are doing. Because the reason why I say so is because if you really know what you are doing, you won't be blackmail your own country. So tonight I'm here with my brothers to analyze some key issues that is relevant for our country and our society. And these issues is very relevant because these are some of the things that is undermining our democracy. And as a patriotic Sierra Leonean sitting here in the EU, will not allow and tolerate some of those things to happen without interfering on it, and also breaking down into particles for the layman to understand wherever they might find themselves. I am Joseph Dima. I'm here tonight to discuss relevant issues. Thank you very much.
All right, Fambulem, just like how we come today, we talk about the European Union hiring active APC politicians to blackmail the government of Sierra Leone. I go want let DJ Forsef greet people them so that Fambulem will know why we there. We the come here for talk about Sierra Leone. We the come here for talk about the integrity of the nation. We the come here for talk about the people of Sierra Leone and the livelihood of Sierra Leone. Because if European Union is now hiring active APC politicians, if European Union is now joining and collaborating with these APC politicians to blackmail the people of Sierra Leone, to bring divisiveness in Sierra Leone, to disturb the democratic tenets of that nation, we are here to let Sierra Leoneans know that European Union is supposed to be objective. European Union is supposed to making sure that they are independent in every of their dispensation or their work, but they are not. They have become a politically motivated institution because European Union has hired huge amounts of active APC politicians who are now going around blackmailing the people of Sierra Leone, blackmailing the hard work of the government of Sierra Leone, blackmailing the integrity of institutions in that nation. So DJ Force, I want to let you greet Famulem and then let you introduce yourself, let you tell them the reason why we did Naya.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, both home and abroad, my name is DJ Force, the SLPP DJ. We are here back today on Political Hot Goods Network to come and express and talk about the issue about some Sierra Leoneans who have the opportunity to work in the European Union as government in the Republic of Sierra Leone have recommended, the past government in the Republic of Sierra Leone have recommended these Sierra Leoneans to work in the European Union to serve their country. But we have found out that they are not serving their country. They are serving their political parties. There are a lot of mistakes.
They are not even serving the institution that hires them, because these guys have been hired by European Union to objectively and independently dispense their duties, but they are not doing it based on a policy that is being set for European Union, but they are working to represent the interests of their political party, which is the APC, that they are actively involved in. That's what I want people to understand. Tell them, my brother. Sorry for interrupting you.
That is why we are here to keep the record straight and bring to the information to our nation and bring the dirty politics which they want to use European Union to blackmail a credible institution, a credible government, which is providing quality service for our people today, both internal and external. And we will not sit back and see what the active APC politicians who have given the opportunity to work in the European Union, but they are not serving European Union, but they are there to serve the APC political party, and they want to use European Union as a tool to damage the reputation and the good work of His Excellency Dr. Julius Madabio. So we are here to comment about this and to make sure we inform the public. And
all right, Famulem, that one day we talk to you now in name DJ Force. And now and they come straight off to the issue we bring with Naya today, this moment. Some of you in America and Europe now net this, some of you in Australia, the time don't late, and some people in Australia, they don't sleep, but when they come out here for talk about
let me just continue. Sorry about the breakdowns, fellow citizens, fellow Sierra Leoneans.
So that they will see fine, DJ.
Fellow citizens, fellow Sierra Leoneans. We will not sit back to watch these people and allow them to blackmail this government. So we have come together to educate our people. So I am DJ Force, the SLPP DJ. Thank you.
All right. So now we go straight to the program. Now I want to show Sierra Leoneans the one thing. Let we read them and we discuss them. We all been there in Sierra Leone after 2018 elections. When elections they come, every organization, every institution, then they come together. They go observe that elections. African Union, they come observe the election, what they call the AU. We they see recently where the women's leader of SLPP, Famata Yansane, and also Anes Kuruma, when are the former corrupt leader of Sierra Leone, then they go do election monitoring. This is what happens everywhere in the world. Any side where elections then they send organizations them for let them go monitor the electoral process. Now, what's be happening inside 2018? Inside 2018, European Union, African Union, and all other organizations, even internal program organizations, when are the campaign for good governance, when are CGG and new. That campaign for good governance, when Marcella Samba Sise, now in the head where in husband, Marcella in husband, now active APC, that in default makes Marcella not credible at all. Now, after the 2018 elections, what did we see as Sierra Leoneans then? We saw that after that election, every other institution then, where they become observe that election, they write the report and send that report. Now, waiting I want to let understand here. In that 2018 elections, the European Union, after where they don't observe, just like African Union and any other person, they make their recommendations. They make about 29 recommendations where that the reports be covered. So that the government will conduct the elections. It is set an enable environment within the 3 months where they use for handover power. It is able to set that system there for give to the incumbent government where they come, so that they will act on their recommendations then they. I hope that they get the foundation. So now their recommendations then they European Union be right time. Remember, not to SLPP be conduct 2018 elections. Now APC be conduct 2018 elections. This is what I want to remember. So if any recommendation come where they damn and stand against institutions in that country they during or before 2018, any recommendation they we stand against the electoral practices during 2018. Not to SNPP government will be at that blunt. Now APC government they misrule. Now responsible for that one day. So this is what I want people to understand. Now what happened? The European Union come because they get a lot of APC operatives, them active APC politicians, them when they don't gain governance them inside that European Union, they don't get position and are they responsible for writing reports there. They don't can write a damning report. They don't can write a flagrant report. The European Union don't can write a biased report, a report that is never objective, a politically motivated report for blackmail institutions them, when are credible institutions them, especially at this point in time where President Bio don't transform and make a lot of reforms. Then they try for blackmail and because EU don't employ politicians them inside the system. But I want, before they continue for discourse, I'll give you a chance there when I talk. I want to show people them the EU report, the press release with European Union, where APC operatives them, they write where they say that European Union then where they write, because that one is not the voice of European Union. That press release is the voice of APC and politicians who are employed in European Union, who are there, they want to blackmail the government of Sierra Leone. I want to let people then watch that one first. Now watch them. Now, when I see the report, I want to read them. Let her help una again for read this report. Now, when they see on the screen. When they see on the screen.
Yeah.
All right. So, will I read them as well? So that people then will clearly understand what thing are they trying to talk about. Now, press release. The purpose of EU election follow-up mission is to undertake a technical assessment of the state of implementation of the 29 recommendations made by the European Union Election Observation Mission back in 2018. When I see on the screen, back in 2018. So when I don't see back, so all the bad recommendations due to the election malpractice, now it spanned back in 2018. The implementation of these recommendations would enhance the credibility, inclusiveness, and transparency of Sierra Leone's 2023 elections. Now, when I watch, when I don't listen to that one day, and that man who they see at the EU, then boss, we name Emmanuel. So now, my brothers, that's now the report in introductory statement. This report with press release where EU they write, whether they blackmail, whether no objective, that is the introductory statement of it. So now, Dima, you don't hear the introductory statement. Waiting now you take on this kind of blackmail, where EU don't employ, then the APC actively political staff then for let them do. You don't listen now. For that report where they be talk something.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, one thing I want to understand tonight, that press release where they release, it was manipulated by the APC Tulungu Toge Pambodi. It's well political motivated. You go ask me why Dima the Great uttered that statement. These are politicians we honest by Kruma, we be in a power, we the kind of Europe, it just they put them all together. As I play sometimes 200 say na workers or na observers for meeting. When they come to European Union, where they go back, they left behind. These are guys way honest by Kruma open opportunity for them.
If I not cut the word, most of them guys they are in fact most of them station na Freetown offices them. Na EU office na Freetown, most of them guys they are where they can talk about who they come nyaka this report today. this press release. Yes, carry on, sir.
Most of them guys, they are now guys them doing the Ernest Bakroma era. Ernest Bakroma, whenever it comes to the European Union, they always give a lot of donor, a lot of support. But then support then when for the country for let it go before. Ernest Bakroma no they do them. They use the money then they to finance himself, in brothers, in friends, in sister, then picking them, take them where they come for conference now, and bring them all the front at the end of the day, where they go by, they care them go. Some of them it takes scholarship them where if for meaningful Sierra Leonean student then when are educated students them, when they for can't educate, it deprive them. It send a young girlfriend picking them na Europe, where most of them they're full man then, some of them at the end of the day, the scholarship will for be meaningful for Sierra Leoneans or a poor student within another country they for let a elevate himself. They know they get her. But and it's by Kroma they could cover everything in the Kulundua and give some people that will not deserve her. So why Ernest by Kroma they do this? They do this because of political paranoia. Sierra Leoneans, when I mean by political paranoia, the man knows say at the end of the day, APC get for common power. So because APC get for common power, so it tried to build like a foundation. So at the end of the day, in corrupt these then what it don't do, they hurt them what it don't hurt Sierra Leoneans them. They get a criminal racketeer company where they don't invest in them for them to go the work for them to protect in the Ernest by Kroma. So now when we see press release like this way don't come out, these are guys where Ernest by Kroma, they don't come and put them certain places then when a strategic places then for work for the interest of Sierra Leone. Because if you're not representative inside the United Nations or inside the EU as an eye or as a body to work with the EU, your responsibility is to work for the interest of the country. But Ernest by Kroma, the appointees, the tools, then most of them criminals, then when they're not loyal to their country, where it give them the opportunities then. And then today, they sit down at the EU, that they blackmail the country. Meaning, they have chosen their political party first more than their country. Now, guys, let's look at this way in different perspective. If this guy was really serious, as they really care and love the country or the innocent people there, their first priority is what? Is Sierra Leone, to work in the interest of the country. But they are not doing that. They have abandoned that because Ernest by Kroma used them as a political tools, invested in them. So now they are here working for Ernest by Kroma. So they work for Ernest by Kroma. So at the end of the day, you see most of them now, when they then are top members then inside the APC, some of them in fact the party stakeholders then inside the APC, but then they sit down at them positions there. Let me tell you, when Sierra Leoneans, the government of Sierra Leone is one of the most democratic government ever we get in that country. We have never get any true democratic government more than this government we will have.
All right.
But because
Dima, I don't cut your word.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I read the first introductory paragraph of that press release, and in fact, when I read the entire press release, where it come up from the European Union, you they see say all the voice where they inside that press release, now the voice of the opposition. All the voice where they inside that press release, now the voice of Kane Yunkela. All the voice where they inside that press release, now the voice of Marcela Samba, Sisi. All the voice where they inside that press release, now the voice of APC stalwarts them. Because all the statements them, where Richard Conte, the APC authority, Usman Yansane, them they put out the press releases, them they talk about all the things with accusation, the blackmail with them they do. Now exactly, the APC stalwarts them, they put inside that report. When will they come begin to read that report? When they see the statements then, where the various people they talk, where it inside that press release, you did not say this press release is organized and made by these APC operatives when an active politician them, when they say European Union. And I'll tell you one thing. We understand, say, European Union get the right for employ any Sierra hence you qualify. But then, if they employ you, you should not be an active politician. But then we can't say, then guy they are way then at the hem, when they write their press release here, so when they at that system that European Union when Australians them, 99% of them are APC card carriers. They are active members of the opposition parties. And we know that and they can't display them today. Let European Union authorities see these guys, let them understand that all that they are doing it in the interest of the APC party. So I want to note that one day. I want to let people note that one day. And this is very serious. So DJ Force, I want to let you give some comments before we can display them guy there. Let us display the pictures them and then involvement in APC politics and how active they for let people that know say European Union, the press release and the European Union itself is not credible anymore because it's full of politicians, active politicians, the way they want blackmail the people of Sierra Leone. And we not agree as Sierra Leone.
Today, I want to draw the attention of the European Union and the attention of the Republic of Sierra Leone government for me they actively aware say the European Union today with APC they pass through, they don't disrespect this European Union. As we all be know say when they be even violate with constitution of that country, the European Union be also be get involved for me they able to reinstate a constitutional mandate we give right for somebody who they don't vote for leading in that country. The APC not be listening to the European Union. If today the APC they try for pass through European Union for blackmail this government to get to power, then we want for the attention with city government for me they actively involved into the informations the way European Union they bring out to them and claim their recourse straight to the European Union. Because APC does take money three things where they try for work with. Now, all the picking the way they work inside European Union, they are actually involved contributions in informations for guide the APC party, and they want to use the European Union for blackmail this government here. How for prevent that affect this government? It is the government for take a responsibility to step at the door of European Union that no opposition party no go dictate them. Opposition party no go.
So the opposition party is now interfering into the seemingly objectivity of European Union. Then they interfere in the independence of European Union. Now the reports will don't come out where Manuel Muller when at the we present that report at European Union
exactly
on behalf of European Union. Now bias report.
And what exactly I want to say, European Union no go can take recycle politicians who damage the image of Sierra Leone to European Union from 2007 to 2018. At this time again, the same recycle politicians they don't come back. They sit down behind the door. They write information, write bad information about this government email to European Union. So we call upon with foreign policies or whosoever is responsible where they between European Union and Sierra Leone government for me they step in for say such things really happen. We not go take up.
Ambassador Manuel Muller,
Ambassador
Manuel Muller, he's responsible for the press release, and he is the one who is behind the blackmail that the active APC politicians whom the EU has employed the blackmail, they are trying to blackmail the government and the people of Sierra Leone. So Ambassador Manuel
Yes.
Mula, he is directly responsible for that. And he needs to come and explain to Sierra Leoneans how he thinks all these fictitious, malicious statement that the APC operative he has in the EU, why they have put this statement out. They can substantiate and defend that statement. Carry on.
Okay, now let
Now,
me come in.
I want to say, Immature Ebola, I want to end my speech. I really want to give me time make I end up what I want to say here.
Yeah.
Now, any threat press release from the European Union, any threat press release from Freetown, any press release from APC, the function executive, the way they also in a court and they write press release against this government here will not go tolerate it. Will not be accepted in our country. We will not accept it in this government. And then I also want to draw the attention of the way they listen to this program for say the good relationship between the SLP administration and the President Bill administration between European Union and the government. Now, in APC want for damage. Now, this way they want for take for use for council power. And we not go take that from any European representative or any European office where they exist, where APC they use for damage this country. For say that people are now then be they disrespect APC European Union at this point in time, they take the opportunity for use a European Union against we government will not tolerate it, will not.
All right, people that we don't know the one where they head European Union, now Sierra Leone, look up Manuel Mula. Now the old man this is the old man we don't employ, who has employed a whole lot of APC active politicians who are now set destroying the image of Sierra Leone, destroying the good image of that government, and destroying the people of Sierra Leone. So una don't see him. Yeah, carry on very quickly. Let us do the program real fast and try to summarize and tell people them what they need for no sir. Carry on, DJ Fox.
So, in regards of whatever statement I been on the issue here, I want to draw the attention of Sierra Leoneans that APC has set up a strategy in Sierra Leone that they want to use that strategy, that structure to weaken this government. They want to weaken this government through press release. They want to weaken this government through sending information bad about this government to the European Union. And I also want to call the attention of the government to step up fast to make sure such blackmail going to European Union about this government. Our government officials who are in the mayhem position, who are in the responsible position, they should come together and put stop to these things. And any opposition who want to use European Union to damage the image of the relationship, the good relationship between the SLPP government and HE, Dr. Julius Madabio in government, and the relationship where it don't be between European Union, we will not allow any opposition to damage that relationship. And we will not allow any opposition to blackmail this government to European Union. Yes, go ahead, Gentle.
Let me tell you this thing. This whole thing of press release by European Union, it born out of the fact that Marcela Samba, they get money when they get an organization where they call CGG, Campaign for Good Governance. Now then they come with new together that they do election observation. This is a so-called fictitious, malicious, and false press release where they don't send. We don't get no credibility. We don't get no objectivity. We're not thing where you know they rely on. When a dented, a false, a blackmail press release, it comes from the fact that Marcela Sabakam, he observed Kwenadugu elections, he lied. They say there was violence. Yes, violence within at the Kwenadugu election, but it failed for states, the one them where perpetrate the violence when at the APC them. And everybody they see the talks them when at APC them, when they go out there for do the violence. He not talk. He write that in press release. That same talk we talk. Now he coordinate with. They will get other people now where they work under the governance system of now EU. One guy they where they call Umfa Kago. Umfa Kago na Kerifa Kago and Frank Kago in Famu. You understand? Na Frank Kago in nephew. When a APC, pure and applied. And Umfa Kago they lead the governance system. Now EU. Now they in charge of governance, the European Union. So now they all they fund Marcela Samba. And they all they in charge of this report right where they come. But I want let people they see this guy for say they are not neutral. These are politicians. Una watch this Umfakabo guy. Look at Una don't see him. This guy in our APC. Una see APC Polo. So how can this guy become head of governance in EU? And how can this guy, Karifa Umfakabo, who is head of governance, he's attending APC programs every day. Even the last convention, I attended. This guy is a politician, active politician. Una watch him. This is Umfakabo. Una see him again in another photo. When an APC photo. Yes, these are the guys who did the right report, then they blackmail the government of Sierra Leone. Una watch again. This is the guy. Una don't see him clearly. Una don't observe him. Una don't see him. So this is course. I want to let you talk something about this guy here.
Well, in fact, Kagbo, this is where I call the attention of the government for say, we don't come from 11-year administration on top of, we don't come from a 3-year government on top of 11-year administration. Now, it is hard time we therefore make sure say people who are in this position should be no politician. We don't forget no interest into these two political parties. But APC we don't put their party supporters there in their strategic positions there where they know say tomorrow if they lost election they go able to use the people here for come to power. And I don't take in a say the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone and they draw the attention for me they know say APC they use what internal intervention for come to power. APC they use.
So I want to tell people they want in. Okay, yeah. Dima, you don't can now, you not been there. Yeah. I want to tell people they want in. Seeing this guy, when I watch, seeing this guy, Umfakabo, 9 in charge of governance, na European Union. And Umfakabo 9 disbursed money to Marcela Sama in campaign for good governance program, CGG, when they come together, they write a fictitious and like malicious and politically motivated report against the government of Sierra Leone for blackmailing the people of Sierra Leone, for destroying the government and destroying the country. Now, this guy is a politician. Una watcha, Manuel Mula, if you are the ambassador, as you are the ambassador of European Union, look at this guy. This is your staff. This is in charge of governor. And these are the guys that are writing the report. So, Dima, tell me something. Will this report be objective? Not a political business. EU don't put up. They have employed politicians.
Look, let me tell you one thing. So, you know, the European unions, they always believe in the what
talk louder, please, so that people then go understand. Let them hear it.
Well, me from with them. What they try for tell when I say European Union, they believe in one thing. You wake up with whether not fake document or not fake information. What you put on before them, 9 they look at. Yeah. So when you see that part where the United EU representative to go salon, to go begin talk all those things or press release. Now, because of APC operative, when a day, yonder, now then they try for sabotage the Sierra Leone government, because by right, not to them for don't yonder, but because this government is a very decent government, is a government.
Well, the thing here is, Dima, not a government they employ people in a European Union. European Union na an entity for itself.
Yeah, but of
now
course,
UN organ, na different organ them. Whether the entity na then they employ people them. But then what I want to know, would
that pay the way?
No, when maybe they don't see when the thing is that
would that pay the way for
yes. Now the nepotism in this way they na European Union.
When I make I tell you now one thing, let me tell you one thing for gentle. When Anes by Kruma be in a power, the TB big diamond, the counter na Antwerp payer. I'm a European. I'm saying this. Yeah. The counter na Antwerp here. But could these then they when they do these with Anes by Kruma. So Anes by Kruma get in alibis, again allies. Yeah. Now the European Union. So because we gather allies there, and then say they want to see the diamond and some corrupt deals there. Who does say corruption no be here? Corruption in there, but when they catch this person say it corrupt, at the end of the day, they resign. Yeah, look at Nicolas Sarkozy. Yeah, in the first corruption cases. Yeah, no, let me tell you one thing. And Kroma is if you don't play, let me make a talk and just like what DJ for the talk. He try to make sure a open way for most of them guys then, yeah. For at the end of the day, you know, say what power don't left farm.
So meaning what I want let people they understand where they try for talk Dima. You want to say and Kroma influence if we don't get with them guy there, yeah, because if we don't thief some diamond on them, if we don't go there, it don't walk around them. There, Yunkela, because Yunkela we don't walk in the corridors of United Nations. It's I mean most of them people there. Now pave way for them for cargo them, for them to get job in the European Union. So that at that point there, they go to write lie report them and press release them. Try for them talk say them government they do it, but now when they know the day, then they use the politicians now for blackmail the government of Australia when alive. Is that what you want to talk?
100%.
Okay. So yeah, so DJ Force, how you see? Because I want to let people to see another picture now. I want to let them see this other picture of this same guy. Where it go for APC the program. You see, una see him? That guy there and the mullah. Una don't see him?
So these are all the evidences where the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone for pack up their story and present it to European Union for say they cannot work with such people. They cannot work with such people. These people, their interest is in their political parties. This is the responsibility of our government now. What we call government for let able compile the photo here, compile the report here, and send them back to them for say they blackmail this government to European Union just for let the party come to power. Yeah, because such people in this position, not only put them there, we meet them there. Yeah, and would that make them go there? It's not by merit. It is by the recommendation of and it's by Kroma administration. Now you can go inside European Union. Yeah? So what did it happen? At the end of the day, we are now calling upon our leaders where they Sierra Leone for make sure say all their photos must be gathered and the active information where they dispatch to go to Freetown and damage this government will bring her to the European Union. Yeah, let us go head to head. Yeah, we not go get for the allow them people. Yeah, they can't blackmail we. They will sit down, but they can't cry in the media. They will can't talk. Nothing is happening. Destroying the country and destroying the political party where they in power. Yeah, so action now. Action now.
Yes, and family, I want the family to watch this guy. Where sit on here. This guy they call an Umfakago, and this Umfakago now in the European Union. Now they deal with governance issues. Now they deal with governance issues directly. This guy was sitting on this APC guy, and he's an active APC supporter. And this guy been there na McKinney this past convention where they hold. And when I can show you with this guy, and also let's show you this other lady now. Una watch, family una watch. This is good. This is getting serious.
You know.
Now when I show you this one, Dima. Now I'm not called to word anymore. You see this lady? They call her Sadia Bakar. This woman they call her Sadia Bakar. Nine are the envoy. This woman wear that cap and follow na no say these are the recent APC cap them where they use now. When are the NRM that they use? For let them know even talk say that all time if you don't join APC traditionally before it's begin. Follow na no say that the recent this is when they go visit this McKinney and this cap where this lady gets to this lady named Sadia Bakar. Sadia Bakar, nine are the envoy, nine cow the EU delegation, Sierra Leone. And then they take the EU delegation, when the EU go ask Ernest Koroma for let it tell them about the recommendation where they've been given after that 2018 election. If it give President Bio, Ernest Koroma been keep their recommendations and he hide them. He deliberately not pull up. Sadia Nangota and now let's tell family. This Sadia Bakar, they work as paralegal na Francabo in law firm. And everybody knows say Francabo na APC stalwart. Now be the Attorney General na APC. And also it contest for elections na APC. So this is Sadia Bakar. This one with the this one. This lady is Sadia Bakar. Where this delegation will go. This European Union delegation will go. Na Sadia Bakar go. Then this guy where a whole compass so nine are the Umfa Cabo. And this Umfa Cabo, nine are the governance system, and then they write that report me. So this press release, that we are writer. So now tell me how credible is this press release? When are APC people the writer? So you don't see now how EU they collaborate with politicians, and EU is full of politicians. These are the guys. So my brother they will carry on. People they don't see them.
You know what I will try to say?
Yes.
People Emmanuel Mafunde, these are young blood. Among the women, they take nonsense. You see that old power when they say under as envoy, these are corrupted people then, where analyzed by command in days where they don't count with them, die more than other things then. But I'm not going to also blame her because what's in the thing, we get a political party when not me where for that country. Look at for Eastern Marcella Samba. When they call and say, hey, na the chairman or chairwoman for neck. Where a man, na APC, yeah, anything way they do, the interest now for APC. We get people there where they call and say the eye watch, yeah, where na APC then. We get journalists then, where they say they're not international journalists then on a radio station, but then on a APC then, yeah. What are the good things then where they happen? When are the reality, they're not the take up. They all they blackmail this government with press release.
Well, Dima, we know they really talk about the other people name. When they talk specifically now, I want really know how specifically about this press release. We don't come out from European Union, where people then they purport say now European Union it come out. Where yes, we know say now European Union it come out, but European Union gets APC people when they don't employ. Where they engage actively in APC politics, and these are the people where they don't write this fictitious report. I want that mean with the expose them and with the demand Manuel Muller when are the ambassador in the EU. Let it can tell we why he employ APC politicians. Let Manuel Muller can tell we if it is an objective way of doing it. If do other credence, if that in report in press release. If it really good or it just one damning, use the politician, they collaborate with APC them. We then guide there. We write this report. This guy will team up. Then this baby I will count them. This is what we are talking about.
Now, fine.
Yes.
What you are saying?
Yeah.
Without anything, there is a root cause. Yeah. Then one day you don't know. Yeah. But so somebody they write fake information. They kind of UK lad and they write every day when they give them opportunity for them to go do the government work, to work for the Sierra Leonean, and then they do what they write their letters then, fake information then send under the EU because they don't work inside the international community.
I want to say something quickly.
Yeah,
I want to say something.
Yeah, DJ for say something.
I want to say something. If even the boycott parliament, since they don't know say President Bill don't put a female in that position, now then guy are all don't plan that today they work with the parliament for letting them know great. Let that woman they get that position there. Best no to them. So now they use them people here for the disrespect the president appointment them. It is hard time the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone for stand tall and provide quality service for the people. Yeah, if today parliament they boycott a credible woman like that for can't serve the nation, then they go boycott parliament.
All right,
it not happen. Now something they don't plan them.
I want to read this other paragraph. For long I see the APC the language where they always talk, especially after these elections. That language they talk with them in the blackmail institutions in. For like area where they inside this press release, where this man waiting at the screen. This man where he talk, this Mfakago, where they na EU, when they write this report, where it talk. It said the mission has been told.
Before you start reading, before you start reading, please allow me, sir. What is really the main mission of this whole program is to blackmail the credible institution where they conduct election. Sierra Leone. So all these tools where they go and show them the photos them, they use European Union, they use the press release na Pliton, and they use external media houses. Now that guy they finance, now they finance all the external media houses for make
Now
sure
they give them money.
SLPP.
Now they
Yes,
give them this guy, now they in
2023.
charge of
They get
governance.
for
Then they
use,
give
yes,
CCTV money.
they get for, yes, they get for use external media for make sure say for put this government on. They don't care what is going to happen. So now, when violence, where election they take place, by election they now they organize their violence and they go hit first day. Then they come back and write report against the government. Where is our government officials? What are they doing about it? So where are we going to? We need action now from the SLPP.
Well, this is not about
and they
this
need
is
direction.
I think this is not about blaming our government officials. The government officials are doing
I'm not
well.
blaming. I'm recommending. I'm not blaming. I am recommending. We cannot be crying APC. The photo is here.
Okay, now
displaying
well,
the
that's
photo,
why we are
and we
giving,
are seeing
we are not
everything.
commanding.
Now,
We are not mandating EU. We are not mandating Ambassador.
We need action.
Ambassador Manuel Mula. No, Ambassador Manuel Mula, he is in charge of European Union in Sierra Leone. So Ambassador Manuel Mula, he is paying these guys, these APC guys. Manuel Mula is paying
European Union is answerable to the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone. European Union is answerable to the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Whosoever is taking offices in the European Union, it must pass through the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone. We want action. We want action now. Action now. We want action. That's my recommendation to the government.
We are calling upon. We are not talking about government. Government can do their own business for themselves. We are credible Sierra Leoneans. We are objective Sierra Leoneans. We are now calling on European Union to tell these their politicians to take them away, in fact, to tell them to come and explain to us how they can employ politicians, active politicians, to write such a damning press release about a government. And when I listen, before when I listen this one, this it has to be passed on to. They say the mission has been told. Now Marcella now tell them. They say the mission has been told that there's a significant decrease in trust in the essential bodies which play integral roles in the forthcoming election. Why not the 2023 election? Therefore, target.
But this is the whole thing here.
Yeah, these institutions include the judiciary, NEC, PPLC, and the police. Why not the institution they are? Where APC don't it? So why did they target her? Why 2023?
In that press release, you hear the voice of Marcelo Samba. You hear the voice of Dr. Richard Conte, which in fact he was the talk on that election. He perpetrated the election. He organized criminal gangs to go and vandalize. Yeah. At the end of the day, Marcela Samba, she's lawyer. She considers herself as an eyes of electoral watch eyes, a neutral body. But she's actually not a neutral body. She's working in the interest of the APC. Yeah? Okay. Now, when you look at the source from the source of the Ambassador Mula, his source is especially the APC. The question here is, Ambassador, as an institution of the EU, you as an ambassador, I believe the body is supposed to be independent body and also supposed to have the thing they call
wait, Dima, I guess until where I want to let you understand. Dima, I want let you allow me to done this paragraph now. Let you see clearly APC the language inside this paragraph. Now they say the mission findings are that these institutions' reputations are less trusted than is needed. Imagine, say we don't talk, say APC, they fight hard for blackmail government institution. From that election, then they set just a Kadima in the talk. Now APC, they set talks them. Then go with them. Then after when the talks, they don't go misbehave, then they begin for cry victim. Now you read the last sentence, Isayana. It said, but further, our assessment is that there are real grounds for concerns in the ways in which these bodies have administered recent by-elections. Una don't hear it? Una don't hear it?
Well, this is what I'm saying.
During a time in by-elections, then now they be kill people them, now they be jail people them, now they be do all kind of bad things. And this by-elections here, when they happen, we say over a halala for Dondi.
But the question here is simple. Mr. Muller or Ambassador Muller, when APC was in power, and it's by Nkrumah today, who is blackmailing this government by right, he should have resigned from politics because his time is gone, but he's actively playing politics just because he wants to destroy Sierra Leone. Out of envy, out of greed, that is very dangerous for our society. Mr. Ambassador Muller, and as by Nkrumah was the same guy who invaded, unconstitutionally removed his vice president. Yeah.
So where was you? Who said you be there?
When
When
we are the
the
EU
APC, these
position,
APC guys now who are writing this report, where we are they? Where was EU when the constitutional elected vice president was sacked illegally?
you know, they did it because Anes Nkrumah, if at that time, Anes Nkrumah think that he's above the law. He did everything within his power, and no one did nothing. What was the role and responsibility of the EU? But you know what I'm saying here is just like what my colleague DJ Force is saying. APC is taking more than 2 steps always. Yeah, we are here advocating and also exposing the blackmail of the APC. But our government have to also take something serious because you cannot have.
Dima, I don't really want us to blame government in this.
No, we are not blaming the
nothing wrong.
What I'm trying to say.
No, wait for me. Government has done nothing wrong.
Okay, what I'm trying to say. No,
yes.
listen.
Government don't do nothing wrong. Government don't do nothing wrong now. Yeah, just talk.
Yeah, the APC is there. Okay, the APC is there to undermine the government. The APC have ruled that country for 11 good years. Okay, this guy who writing this fake publication, sending fake information to the EU to damage to tantamount the reputation of the government, the regime right now. These are all APC operative. Okay, now what I'm expecting from my government is you have the evidence. Now the evidence is here. The government have to write to debunk that statement and make them to understand what is happening right now is politically motivated.
Listen to me now. What I want people to understand, yeah. We're not there for talk for government. We're not there for recommend to government. We're there for talk as Sierra Leoneans. The reason why they talk this, they emphasize this is that if we sit down with the watch government then get diplomatic things the way they do. And this thing about European Union destroying Sierra Leone, because anything where they do so, and they Hamburg Sierra Leone, we the citizens and we get Hamburg. So we need to talk to Manuel Muller directly as Sierra Leoneans.
Well, I'm coming in that case. We are not going to sit back. We are coming. I'm coming.
Yeah, Dima, carry on. DJ Force, don't go off.
You know what I try for say, I understand. We the talk as a concerned citizen from that country. That we understand, say, we get members that when an APC operative them, when they not mean well for that country, just because they are not in power. But these are the guys that have failed Sierra Leoneans. These are the guys that make Sierra Leone went into austerity. These are the guys that they stole the big one of the biggest that more we're supposed to transform the life who or the living who of Sierra Leoneans then guys then they now they sit down here.
The Malaka is sorry for technical reason and they already coming at the common. I'm really sorry about this, but we are not going to sit back here and allowing opposition to control EU against this government. If we are not here to talk and give recommendations to the government or talk that we are talking here as citizens, that we are not going to sit. I'm citizen in the Republic of Sierra Leone, but also member of the ruling government and the ruling party in Sierra Leone. So we want actions to stop this blackmailing. Yeah? It is the good relationship between, I'm always bringing this forward to Sierra Leone, that the good relationship President Bio have built between EU and the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone. APC is working hard to damage that reputation. So if APC, they are now using their own political party and they are also Sierra Leoneans, then they are APC, I am SLPP. I am in government. I am now bringing this to my attention of my government to make sure they put stop to these things that are happening in European Union against this government. Everybody working in European Union is being answerable to the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone. That is what I want to point out to the whole nation today. Because these people who are running this blackmail, they are also representing a political party. And they are using that political party.
The evidence is there.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Yes, I'm please. Yes, I am coming.
DJ Force.
They are working for EU. They are working for European Union. Yeah.
DJ Force. I want to understand one thing. Let we know, divert the argument too much. Government not only control European Union.
I am not blaming the government.
They don't answer
I am not blaming the government.
European Union
blaming the government.
Entity. So if European Union they can't they play politicians there.
It's a separate entity.
Politicians there.
I know the European Union function. I know the European Union function in any West Africa region, in any West Africa countries. If a political party representative are working in European Union and they are using that European Union and their political party to blackmail this government, we will not accept it. This is what I want to say boldly here, loudly to every listeners on this program. Because these people are not working as Sierra Leone in the European Union. They are working as a political party, active members. We have brought the photo to the nation, and we have showed their videos to the nation. We have showed their photo to the nation. So
and
now we are now calling on people
to distribute it.
Yeah, so I am now calling on people, the people, Emmanuel Mula, the people who are between European Union and the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone to step into this matter and stop.
So DJ forced me to talk something. I want to let you start from that point. That European Union they collaborate with opposition. Why would they talk so? Because they use opposition members, people they were active opposition politicians. When we know, yes, go ahead, sir.
And then people are at the call for let them resign. They must resign now. They are not competent to represent us in European Union, to represent Sierra Leone country in European Union. They must step down now. They must resign. This is not your recommendation what they let give the nation. But yeah, I think say we don't give up. Yeah, they are disrespecting the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone. They are blackmailing the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone because of their political activeness in the APC party. So now they must resign. They are not fit to work in that position.
You know,
yes, they are destroying Sierra Leoneans. Enough is enough. Action now. Action, action, action.
The thing is simple. Them guys they are na APC. And they work inside with UN, okay, with EU. And also in the EU they work, and not they work for EU government too, but they work for in the interest of Sierra Leone government. So the thing is funny. If an APC operative, which and they work in the interest of the government of Sierra Leone, which government of Sierra Leone? Because it's an APC. And this APC guy, well, sometimes we have to grab the bull by the horn. He is an APC operative. There's no means that he's representing Sierra Leone in the EU. He's representing APC. So an APC operative is not representing Sierra Leone. He's representing APC and it's by Kruma. So the thing here is, Mr. Mula, understand that this guy you appoint or appointed by the EU, he is not working in the interest of Sierra Leone. He's working for APC. And his mission is to tarnish the reputation of the Sierra Leone, the beautiful Sierra Leone, the hard-working government of Sierra Leone. You know, this is the mission of Anes by Kruma. You know, sometimes I wonder why Anes Bakruma is moving around freely, because he's a criminal. Yeah, he's a criminal. You know, sometimes we say this. Let's be realistic. Anes Bakruma has faced Sierra Leone. He's one of the most notorious criminal president ever Sierra Leone produced. Yeah, this guy, when he was in power, he has no human rights in that country. He abused He don't have no human right abuse every woman in that country. Yeah. Poverty was so much. He invested, he bought a lot of houses all over. And now the Pandora list, if you check on this, he's one of the most corrupted leader. And at the end of the day, he built a regime, a racketeering regime. These are these guys work with the EU right now. They are the product of an Krumah. Because of Krumah was having a broken, a corrupted system, so he indoctrinated all this corruption with, within this guy and plant them, all around the world. At the end of the day, when he's not in power as a coward leader, for this guy to protect him, to cover him up, how can you entrust an Krumah, a man who even look at his own signatory and deny his signature? He said, "This is not my signature."
All right, man, I want to watch this again. From you will they watch this? Will they discuss about the issue of the press release where EU say they send, where they try for blackmail the government institutions in other country? I want to watch this other paragraph. Let me read them before I show the other proceed. It says if an election is declared void, according to section 146.4 of the Public Election Act, another election shall be held. The 2019 High Court decision to declare the runner-up election in 10 constituencies eroded confidence in the neutrality of the judiciary. Now, who said the judiciary? They erode confidence of her. Then they talk about the illegal member of parliament, the way an Krumah may put in parliament. And this exactly are the languages of APC. So now don't say that APC they write this report. So now the judicial of Sierra Leone, they act based on what we call judicial precedent. Inside 2007, when election been there, inside that's an Krumah been in power. When they become with election petition between an SMP supporter and APC supporter, when they say the SMP supporter lost that petition, they don't do no by election. They just say the next person where they back, now they take, let it can directly, let it can serve as member of parliament. And at this way they talk say any bad precedent where you set, now so the law they continue with them. So for the fact that they don't do a trading at the court we don't do a once under an Krumah corruption, now they continue. So when you don't support the next one, they be any because they don't set that example. Now so the law they. Now that make APC they always do the wrong law. When the next government come, they can't begin holler. Even this vice president where they be sacked, Sam Sumana. Any other government we can get right for sack vice president too. They don't set that president. So this is what Mullah and his boys in EU, his APC boys, they don't put now together, then they blackmail the government. Yeah, DJ Force, I think you want to talk something about that.
The criminal attitude of APC, the criminal behavior of APC will not get for acceptance in our society. Now, two institutions the way APC they try for blackmail right now. The law enforcers and the one that we responsible for conduct election at that country day. Now they try for showcase small, take to the time where they reach to 2023 election. So the foundation where they don't put, now we not get for accept, we as SLPP will not get for great partner. Now because of their TR where they be don't put, their foundations there where they be don't lay, and the one for force government should say to them. So whatever institutions where you feel say they work under and they get paid from there, and you want for use that institutions for blackmail this government, will not take it from anyone or will not accept it. Moving forward. Now, they don't stage manage violence in our society. Okay? Because they want to make sure say that violence when they don't stage manage for let us succeed, now they don't begin attack government with press release through the European Union.
Now,
and their foundations they don't
test. I want you to talk one word about APC stage managing violence Then they use Marcela Samba when at the APC stalwart, where this guy they give money for write that report. While I would see if this press release where they give, if it's authentic, if not to APC stage managed violence, now when I do go, watch this video.
This is the Bombali team. Right, we don't can Kabbalah with the left to go Bombali right now. This is the Bombali team. And when you have this man at one center, they say, we don't want to win. Okay. This is the Bombali team with the left to go Bombali right now. We don't can Kabbalah, we don't win election. And of course, it's not the set to but we wait for the election.
So you don't hear it? This is not the Bombali team. We don't come on Kabbalah. We don't count Kabbalah for the election. We go back in. So you don't see how biased this report is, this press release. When I don't see the statement, why new? Why Marcela Samba? You know, make the printing and inside that press release and send them. So you don't see say donor money where EU they give now for sponsor political party and not to the duty of EU. So EU they use donor money and then they use the money for sponsor opposition. So they talk about that. Yeah, DJ first go ahead. We're not hearing you, DJ first. Nobody know the hearing, sir. Yeah, Dima, would they say something? Why did you force the try for talk?
You know, the evidence is already there. We get all the evidence.
The evidence clear, my brother.
No, I want to say,
based on the evidence,
it's clear.
Based on the evidence before Mullah should understand that these guys that bringing this fake information, they are politicals, criminals.
The one they always write the reports, whether they work na EU, they're on a APC, they don't show them. And I want to see one of them again. When the Ibrahim, what's that this guy named Ibrahim Bangura? When Zana Bangura in Pekin.
But these are one.
Zana Bangura in Pekin. Ibrahim Belos Bangura. Zana Bangura in Pekin. When I watch him, look the guy. Where if I in the contest for APC youth leadership, when I watch him. When I watch this guy, now APC youth leadership.
Zana Bangura in Pekin.
It's a little vote for him. Zana Bangura in Pekin. That is the guy. When I wait to pull this banner so that when I go see him well one.
Oh God.
When I don't see Ibrahim Yusuf Belos Bangura. Now Zana Bangura in Pekin is in charge of UNDP. It is a UNDP that the governance side. Now they had governance side at UNDP. Now they all come together for fund Marcela Samba. Now they all come together for connive and for can put them report they have together for let them damn the government so that they will bring their own political party image in. They are politicians. Una watch them. All right, if una think say that they not enough, una watch again. Una see them. Una see what he write. It's in my APC history. Where put on a social media. It's a Nazana Bangura and Pekin one day. My APC history was among one of President Nkrumah's most ardent supporters at FBC in 2006. I was famous for always sitting in the middle of red carpet to listen to him. Officially joined the party in 2008 as an honorable executive member with registration number SA 495/08. It said I served in Almami's Petito Kamara's campaign team. When I see him, now it vied for the position of youth leader, now APC. Then in Ibrahim Bangura, when I Zana Bangura and Pekin, when I see them, all them don't go inside the system. When I see him, now you APC youth president, now they go for. When I see him, when I don't see him, when I don't see the APC boys there, when I don't see what they talk about, this one in charge of governance, now UNDP. Why this other one? This other one, in charge of governance na EU. Now they all they give them money they have to Marcela Sama. Now campaign for good governance. And now they all they join with this lady, when are the envoy, this lady, where they call Sadia Bakar. Where they work now with Francago in chamber. These are the people when they destroy EU. These are the people where EU they send for let them destroy the fabric of Sierra Leone. Yeah, my brother, they will not continue.
Me, I just want to say the evidence is more than enough for Mr. Muller to make sure the APC operative them to resign from their job because they are not representing Sierra Leone, they are representing APC, and it's by Kroma. So the evidence is enough.
Dima, I want to say something. Dima, I want to say something.
Lastly,
Dima, I want to say something.
Yeah, DJ for at the camp. Lastly, I also want the government to.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
You don't said it all, Dima. The evidence is enough, but what really they bring the evidence here and then out to the public, to this government, to the European Union, to any organization where they for monitor good governance, good government in Sierra Leone. Now the Bible and the Quran, and they help this government because even in our local institutions in Sierra Leone, they are operative there where they to draw the leg of this government to fall down. We have people which government is catering, this government is catering, is going extra mile and give them job, employ them, but they are there to mortgage the good work of this government, the good work of this president in the Republic of Sierra Leone. So at least enough is enough. So now, it is the Bible and the Quran that is protecting this government because every mankind is going extra mile to weaken this government in the Republic of Sierra Leone.
All
so
right,
today, if you don't bring every,
DJ Force, I don't cut you word. One APC operative now, where they call Mamadou Ba. Mamadou Ba, they can argue now, say. Mamadou Ba, they can argue now, say. Why would they call family member, they name them inside with program about the EU report? Now, why would they call family member, they name them Naya? Why would they call Umfa Kago Naya? Why would they call Ibrahim Bangura, when Azana Bangura in Pekin Naya? Why would they call Sedia Bakar Naya? Because them people here, now they're responsible for this press release will come up from European Union. Them people here, now they work in the European Union. And they know they only work in the European Union. We want let people that know say the reports of them pull a bias, the reports of them pull not so true, the reports of them pull are not correct, and then people they are now APC operatives them.
I want to make you leave that comment inside. That comment there is
no. What they make they do that? I want to clarify to people.
No, we don't need to clarify anything to them. What we are here for, we are here to keep the record straight. We are here to inform the nation. We will call whosoever name here that is responsible to this press release from European Union to the Republic of Sierra Leone government. We will call your name, we will announce your name because you are not Chinese, you are not a Lebanese, and you are working in European Union as Sierra Leonean. You are carrying the green, white, and blue in the European Union office that you are occupying. You are there to serve Sierra Leone. You are not there to serve APC. So if we are calling their name here, we have the right because we are broadcasting. You cannot broadcast it and you cannot be bringing evidence to the nation, which you cannot mention the name of the people who are responsible.
Yes. Yes.
So we have the right to do so.
For this malicious and fake press release.
So if they are offended, by announcing their name, then they should go to court.
Yes.
But we are here to keep the information straight and bring their bad action and their bad work in European Union against their nation, against their government. So if everyone is offended about this, then I think you gotta blame yourself. You don't blame us. We are here to serve the nation. We are working for Sierra Leone. We are broadcasting on behalf of the nation. We are citizens.
Yes, DJ Force, now tell you something. Now tell people there's something. This guy went him up inside APC apparel. Look up. He get APC clothes every day. They're going to that currently. They're going to that convention at McKinney. Now look at you, don't relax. Now, how can you, a politician, an APC operative, sit in that office in the European Union, represent the European Union in the governance office? Now, when they put money, when they give Marcela Sama, now CGG, now when they put money, when they give operatives and APC, then the operatives and then they go write bias report, where we don't see people that they make rudeness. When I watch again the other video, where APC talks them, when I watch this video clearly.
This is the Bombali. Right, we don't can Kabbalah with the left for go Bombali right now. This is the Bombali team. And when you have this man at one center, they say, we don't want to.
So when I watch that one day, when I say Marcela Samba, where then guy there at this Mfakago, then get money from the European Union for let it can become objective in elections. Then they're gonna Kwenadugu, look the kind of violence the way APC go for. Then they can't license a government where they empower now they cause that. How government go use thugs for cause election violence? How government go do that one? If government want knock on the door, now police will use. Who say you don't ever see government use police for stand against election violence? When they go to McKinney, it didn't say the report, they say how they go kill person in McKinney and Tomo. Not to APC, they incite them. Then they use that as issue. This guy, then they give money. They were under, then they give money. Now then they finance Marcela Samade. Then Marcela Samade don't give correct report. They go use APC report. So you they employ APC then. We not go talk out. Ufakabo will not watch him. Not to secret. Look at the guy correctly. Eh? We not watch him. We not watch him. This
we want for offshore. We want for offshore. For say this is not incredible.
You see,
we want for assure Sierra Leoneans then these are incredible stations, these are reliable stations. Whatever information who they bring can here, will they announce the name of the people who they bring can here. We know they can't lie per person. So if anybody they way offended with announce them by their names, and how they are operating. Then that means you are not ready for Sierra Leone to transform, because at the end of the day, people cannot be using the black and white to to delete the good image between the Republic of Sierra Leone government and the EU. Well, now that we want for tell Sierra Leone, they say, we are citizens, we they talk on behalf of UNA, and we they encourage UNA for Canada and for can listen to we, for log UNA, the right information, whether they did behind the door, where they try for mortgage the effort of Sierra Leone as the government, where they put the vote together. And at the same people here be there, where they be there in governance, they not be able to take the responsibility of Sierra Leoneans. They lost election. So now they are using other means, international relationship, to mortgage the good work of this government. We are not going to sit back and allow them. They succeed.
That person, this guy writes up. Now the guy this way right after.
Yeah.
This APC guy.
Now right. So if everybody get offended, if anybody get offended, oh, they bring the name to the nation, then you're going to blame yourself in future. Yeah? But who will keep the record straight? Who will keep the record straight? And who announce anybody's name here?
You see, look at.
If you say, what they announce your name, yeah. If you say, what they announce your name, they are being wrong. No. They are Sierra Leoneans, and we are providing security for them in the Republic of Sierra Leone, even when they are going back to from wherever they are occupying their offices and go back to Sierra Leone. We also provide safety. The country is peaceful, so they should not be in those offices and trying to use their criminal knowledge to support opposition against the government. We are not going to take it from anyone who announce their name.
We announce their name and we announce their family relations, their connections, and how they are related to the political party. Look at this one, Zainab Bangra, you picking. Zainab Bangra, we all know say Zainab Bangra, it didn't at UN now. She was a candidate for APC. She was a candidate for APC. She was a minister for APC. So how credible the institution, the European Union institution, are they back? These guys are not credible anymore. They can't give any objective report. You tell me, look at where they talk about how it correlated to APC. Okay? This guy will write this report. Look at it all. Look at. Now write that press release. Look at. Then inside the press release, with the Erika Yumkela voice today, Because kind of Kelabi don't they work now United Nations, they go Congo sa. Una watcha. But on side the DJ Force go to talk, laugh fence on team.
So if the fee say they will use international influence for weakening this government or to bring back APC to power, then our people, our market women, our students, our teachers, our lawyers, our doctor will say no to APC come 2023. Now that no more again for saying that. Yeah, because at the end of the day, then people be there in responsible positions in governance, they not be able to deliver for una. They let una down. They take the biggest diamond as the outgoing speaker, be they talk with a Dima. Yeah, we landed in an empty. They run business. Nobody know able to give account of the business. So they not go able to hold their money then they. In fact, are they encourage the government in the Republic of Sierra Leone? The 3-0, let the money come out now. Yeah? The 3-0, because what them are they work very hard towards. Now for let that money, that new money, they go extra man for let that new money. No, the fee say that they can for 2023. So they go scrap all the foundations them where the government don't lay for can transform Sierra Leone. That is why they are working very hard.
They talk all about census. How the census not for all now. Let it not shape boundary. Where and the Skroma go before election. It go do gerrymandering. Who's the European Union? They then guy who's
no. We got for increase. We got for increase districts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We increase districts. Let nobody know worry about it. Not to European Union. Not to European. Yeah. Yeah. Not to European. No, not to European Union get for cartel. We get for increase all constituency and all district there. We say an Escoma be paid for increase district and constituency. That is one is on the line. Whosoever no one for accept that, when anything will happen to you, you blame yourself. So if they worry about it and maybe they use European Union as a tool, they will go for tell and say European Union is not paying tax in Sierra Leone.
Yes.
Yeah, it is the taxpayer. People that are paying tax in Sierra Leone voted for His Excellency Dr. Julius Madabiu, and now they vote that they would defend, and now they vote that they would work for. We are not looking for European Union. I want to make it clear to anybody where they use UN, European Union, any foreign organization or foreign department for can weaken the government just for letting us gain with our political dream. It's not going to work. We are not going to allow anyone to succeed in their mission. We are not going to allow them to succeed in their mission. We'll keep informing our nation. We'll keep informing our public. We'll keep informing our market women. We'll keep informing our bike riders. We'll keep informing our lawyers, our teachers, and our government in the Republic of Sierra Leone for say no to any European Union interference into our local politics. We don't agree. Yeah? We don't agree. We believe say the people's vote is more powerful than European Union. That's all I can leave. And that is the message I'm going to leave to the nation. And that is my stand. The people's vote is more...
Listen, KKY statement. This women's rights we Madam Bio been bring to the all that they go put on it. The mission welcomes that a bill was formally introduced in Parliament this month that has the stated aim of increasing women's participation in public and political life. However, all these things are things that could you imagine?
They have planned it. It is staged. They have staged it. But one thing we no, one thing.
Yes.
Yeah. One thing where the opposition the people where the government don't give position. These are people who are using their head. In every 5 minutes, they think twice more than what the APC they think. Now that number I want for draw the attention of Sierra Leoneans there. Yeah. In whatever state management whether they try for put in place for threatening this government, no. They are making a very big mistake. They are not ready. They will not succeed. That's all I get for telling you. Yeah.
As they do so that the young attorney general. Oh, when I go talk about that, quick. But this is not exposed by the and now let's say what happened. This man, whether they call Manuel Muller, when at the ambassador of EU, he said not only write the report. He said not only write the press release. So if not only write the press release, that guy and the writer. So he said that guy and the writer because this guy, when I Ufakago, now they in charge of the office. When I APC man, this guy and this other lady, now he direct the money for car for that visit. So you tell me something. How credible is that press release? They say we have full money. So really no they for that in anymore. Family they'll try for left and then yeah, DJ Force, I want to say last one so that we'll left family.
Sierra Leoneans, fellow Sierra Leoneans, I left giving my last word today and waiting the things that where the opposition they don't put in place for fight against this government. They don't come together. Other opposition parties, them, NGC, APC, they don't sell NGC, don't bankrupt, they don't bring NGC together. So waiting at the stage management now and waiting at the foundation and therefore the boycott parliament as when I don't see that now this are the strategy way APC
Sadia Bakar and Fakabo, they are APC. Look at them. They attended the APC convention this September. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. So how neutral they are. How can they write a press release like that?
The government and that press release but so they jump the over. Yeah. Yes. Look at them. So now me find a war at the left with the nation. I find a war left with them. Yeah, they are not neutral. Yeah, they're not neutral. So what's really now that they state management now? Now press release that they threaten this government with, now press release that they threaten the police with, now press release that they can go to the international body they pay tax na Sierra Leone. Now Sierra Leone people they pay tax na Sierra Leone. Now Sierra Leone people they vote na Sierra Leone. And the government, Sierra Leone, when I believe in this government, and the government go protect a vote, and the government go put job on a give and the government will do now and stability and responsibility equality for owner and government go create jobs. Say anyone in the opposition where they try for use press release, European Union recognition for threatening this government. Well, you are making a very big mistake and it's not gonna work and will not accept it in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Thank you all. I am DJ Force, the SLPP DJ. That will be my stand and that will be a strong message to my nation and to my supporters and to the Republic of Sierra Leone. Thank you.
All right, Fambul, you in the watch. This now a discussion where we come bring to Sierra Leoneans the awareness. Say European Union now they don't hire active APC politicians, whether they work for them, and then APC politicians and they when an active member them, then they now blackmail the governments of Sierra Leone and the people of Sierra Leone because then they work for United European Union. And we see a press release with all the statements they inside that press release. Now APC the language, Yumkela the language, all they talk around. Then they go put the bad in them against the government. And the one they will write that one day, one guy when they call Umfa Kagbo, when Frank Kagbo in nephew, we look am, una see him, that one day na Umfa Kagbo, na Frank Kagbo in nephew that one day. Nine are the leader of governance na European Union. 9 they found Marcela Samba them na CGG. 9 they give them money the way Marcela Samba write that lie and fake press statement it go to them. Now they write that press release whether they lie una watch am. But the boss of European Union when Manuel Muller is saying not to know about Andy. Now them I write about Manuel Muller for can explain to Sierra Leoneans. Now look at this guy. Recent as this September, this guy, Umfa Kagbo, and Sadia Bakar. Sadia Bakar is an envoy, but Sadia Bakar is a paralegal at Frank Kagbo's law firm. These are the people who wrote that report, that press release. When I watch it, how credible that European Union press release go dey, how objective it go dey, but they balls them out. They be say will not be know about them. These are the guys. And look at this other one. Where they are United UNDP, instead they in charge of governance, now UNDP, when Zainab Bangura, when the APC stalwart in Peking, where they contest for elections, now the youth elections. Look at how can you be in such an institution that they contest for APC elections? Is that really good? No. When I watch them, when I don't see them, and no, not to secret, in Mama be done the run for turn president. Then Mama, we don't turn I call him minister, now APC. So So that is the game they are playing. But this game is the whole party. So this is not the conversation. But they continue with this conversation. You see, all what we talk about now, the EU boss don't they deny. Say, get awareness about this press release. But we want to say, how come EU go allow APC them, active APC members, for them at the hem of the institution? Now the game don't babala pade. Now they don't expose. So they call on Manuel Muller, Ambassador Manuel Muller, for can explain to people of radio this kind of disrespect and blackmail. We want an explanation. We need it. We need an explanation. You see? You see? APC na joke the NEPA. They are joking. The power of the people is stronger. We are not going to go do that one day. If we don't go for go fair una lily and nothing, then we stand against Leone. We they blame una self. We they expose una. We they expose una. Oh yes. We they expose una big time. You see? That's what EU they did. EU them. Then ABC don't disgrace. I look the guy who write that press release. Look at Unawacha an IPC. Unawacha it close. Number can he go? Ebidede. Unawacha this guy. Francago in this. Look at active APC member. So how we go? How objective and that did it? Then they destroy European Union. And look them boss. Look Mula. That yai with fiba change. Now you kela de be the work. You kela de go for good label today for Congo sa. Look they all. Look at. Una see the guy. Not to even one side. Look at. Una see her. Una see her. Bodiabo mina gentle. The political how it goes. We the judge tell the European Union say enough is enough. We need explanation to this blackmail and it needs to stop. Family, this now a statement and tomorrow una stay tuned. We're going to continue for tell una a lot. Una bye bye.